I cheated on my wife with her sister. I don't regret it one bit. My wife was my high school sweetheart and childhood love. When I proposed at 20, she joyfully accepted. We could hardly wait to start our life together. We had our daughter at 26, and a few months later, our son. Our little family of 4 filled our hearts with so much joy. I cherished every moment with them. After high school, I got my degree in accounting. I worked hard after college to provide for them. I showered my wife and kids with gifts and flowers regularly, hoping to show them how much they meant to me. We lived the life we had imagined since we were teens. And yes, when we got married, we agreed to sign a premarital agreement. We went on dates very often and our bedroom life was amazing. I showered her and our kids with gifts and flowers 3 times a week. However, my wife then began to seem distant. Her secretive phone usage chipped away at my trust. I began to worry that something was wrong. Then I discovered she was having an affair. She told me our relationship was lacking, that I was absent and she didn't feel fulfilled. I initially wanted to leave the marriage for my own sake, though I stayed for the kids despite immense pain just to look at her. We attended couples counseling which helped for a while. But after only 2 months, she confessed to spending nights with other men. She had even had a few men over to our house and into our bed, the bed and the home I had paid for. Divorce seemed inevitable but weighed heavy on my heart given how much our kids loved us. I didn't want them to have a negative view of their mother. Though grieving and in pain, I moved her into the guest bedroom while I stayed in our bedroom. Throughout all this turmoil, my wife's sister became my main source of support as my family wouldn't understand my pain. While I still loved my wife, I became aware that her sister's life had been made difficult due to favoritism towards my wife within her own family, likely because my wife was not the mistake baby. So my sister's wife was there for our kids, she would be at the house a lot, she picked up my kids, and did things with them. She was also home when my wife was home, but my wife didn't care. After 2 years of this, my kids started to call her mom. She didn't want them to, if they didn't want to, but they wanted to, which made me happy. Me and my wife's sister would spend a lot of time together and I loved it, and so did she. I had booked a trip to Fiji for me, my wife, and my kids. My wife's sister wanted us to try and fix things, which I tried to do for the first year but I stopped trying since she wasn't. So, I went to my wife and told her about it. She yelled at me and told me to FCK off and that she wasn't coming. And I kid you not, she referred to her own kids as those little morons. She said they weren't hers anymore and it was a mistake to even have them. This threw me off, but I did not persist, so I asked my wife's sister if she wanted to go on the trip with us and told her what happened. She said yes, and we arrived last week. I, my wife's sister, and my kids have had a blast. They love her. This makes me so happy, knowing they have a mother figure throughout all the drama of the past 3 years. Last night, my kids met another family with kids, so they spent the night, which left me and my wife's sister alone.